Hello and welcome to Philosophy Bites. Today I'm going to have a little chat about Spiderman and Genesis. So, in Genesis, human beings are created on the sixth day. God gives human beings dominion over the planet. And that's one of the issues, is this word dominion can be a little bit ambiguous. What exactly does it mean? It's related to the idea of power. In Spider-Man, there is a quote from Uncle Ben, which says, "With great power comes great responsibility." Spider-Man initially, when he gets his powers, he uses them for self-interest. He enters a wrestling competition in order to get some money, to win the money, to buy a car, because he fancies Mary Jane. So all of his kind of issues are kind of based around himself, and he thinks, well, if I use my powers, then I'll be able to get stuff for myself. Then after the wrestling match, he has an opportunity to stop a burglar. He's annoyed with the wrestling match person because he rips him off. He doesn't give him. Spider-Man wins a fight, and he doesn't give him as much money as Spider-Man wants. So then this guy appears and gets his gun out, threatens the wrestling manager, and Spider-Man, or Peter Parker as he is at the time, he stands back and he lets the guy off, and the guy says thanks. Unfortunately for Spider-Man, this guy goes on to steal his Uncle Ben's car and shoots Uncle Ben in the process. So he kills him. Spider-Man then reevaluates his powers and thinks, well, actually, am I going to use these powers for myself, or am I going to use my powers for good? Adam and Eve, they both name. Adam gets the chance to name the animals, so it's almost like he has responsibility for them. So the more modern Christian understanding of Genesis is that we are stewards of creation. We don't own the planet, we're just kind of on it for the time being. And this has a huge influence on environmental thinkers like Greta Thunberg and some of the social biologists like Desmond Morris, for example, who does the textbook Man Watching. Because he basically says religion's given us the idea that we're superior to nature and we're kind of separate from it, and I think that is true. It's a bit of a hangover from some early interpretations of Genesis. So it's ambiguous. Dominion, does it mean we have the power to do what we want with nature, or does it mean the Spider-Man quote, "With great power comes great responsibility," that we're actually in fact stewards of creation and we have to tread lightly on the earth and leave it in a better state than our ancestors perhaps did. If you watch the movie Aquaman, that has themes to do with the environment, with all the rubbish that gets washed up on the shore. So these superhero movies give us the idea that perhaps we should use our powers for good instead of for evil. Thank you for watching here from the Highlands.